We're gonna do a true intentions reading. We're gonna see what's going on with these people and their true intentions towards you. This could be a person, place, thing, or idea. Okay. We're gonna see what the true intentions are, but first I want to see what the dynamics are between you and this person, place, thing, or idea. So I'm gonna pull one set of cards to see what that's all about. Then I'm gonna pull another set and see what their true intentions are towards you. All right, this could be anybody. This could be your neighbor. It could be your kid's teacher. Okay, it could be your business partner. It could be your ex. You know what I mean? The people that you still have children with. It could be an in-law. You know, it could be your best friend or your ex-friend. It don't matter who it is. Once you hear the energies and if it resonate, take what does. Don't try to make something fit. Okay, it's a general read. All right, so let's see the dynamics between you and this person, place, thing, or idea. This could just be an idea you have that you're toying with. Maybe you want to decide something, or maybe you had a belief and now you're questioning that because you've been presented with additional information to make you sway your opinion. All right, so could be any of these things. Let's get some cards out and see what the dynamics are between you and this person, place, or thing for the collective for January 2026. Happy New Year to y'all. All right, those who celebrate the new year at this time. All right, it's January 1, 2026. All right, happy birthday, Capricorn. All right, so celebrate and show Capricorn some love. All right, so as far as the intentions or the dynamics between you and these people. So let's see, or this person, place, or thing. So we have the Knight of Wands, the Nine of Coins energy in reverse, Judgment in reverse, major arcana here of scorpionic energy, or Pluto to be specific. And then we have the Six of Wands in reverse, the Star, major arcana of Aquarius energy, and then we have the Nine of Swords. So you versus them. So I feel like you could be looking at a situation here where if you decide to do something, maybe somebody's trying to. I don't know if I don't know if it's love bombing. It could be that, but I just get a rush, an energy of a rush energy here. Um, Somebody might be thinking about going out of town too. Maybe this person wants you to come see them, or you are thinking about going to see them, or they're talking about coming to see you. There could be some travel going on. Maybe somebody wants you to, hey yo, why don't you swing over here after you get off work, or why don't you come over, such and such. Or maybe you're thinking about, maybe I should go a different route today, or maybe I should go over there and see what's going on today, something like that. Now that energy that's opposing you, um, they could be nervous. Like you might catch somebody doing something. I don't know. Maybe you caught somebody in the act of doing something, or somebody caught you in the act. Take it how it resonate. There could be some unexpected a phenomena that occurred where somebody is hoping to find. It's like if you looking for something, you're gonna find it, type of thing. Is what I'm getting to. Like you deciding that you're gonna, make maybe you're deciding, hey, I'm gonna do this, so I'm gonna go do that. Like this person's energy is like, nah, you shouldn't do that. Like that's not a good look. So I don't know. This could be somebody who is advising you, hey, don't go do that. Like maybe you're thinking, yo, I'm gonna go do blah 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 blah, and somebody's like, nah, don't do that. You know what I mean? Don't go do that. That's not a good look for you, right? Um, because it could be that there's a situation here that is prompting you to act out of character, is what I'm getting, especially with this Nine of Pentacle energy in reverse, the Nine of Coin in reverse. This is like you acting out of character, um, not having, control of yourself, you know, because, and then especially with Judgment in reverse next to it, like you not having control over the situation and you jumping to conclusions about something. Um, but what I feel like is opposing that Nine of Coin energy is somebody saying, yo, you better than that. Don't let this person pull you into that energy. Don't let this situation pull you into that energy. Like you're more mature, you're older, you're wiser, or you should take the high road. is what I'm getting here, right? Or this person could be looking at you like you're irrational, you've lost control. They're the ones who have to step in and take the high road. It could be any situation. Like maybe it's you're with a friend and you like, something went down and you're like, you're panicky, where you have a friend who, like, okay, so say your Mars is in, your Mars could be in fire, where, if something happens, you're very reactive, where their Mars could be in Aquarius, where, they could be very cool, calm, and their approach to the situation is like, "Lo, let's just see what's going on here. Let's figure out what's the right thing to do," that type of thing. And so because one person is impulsive and they lose control, it drives the other person nervous. Like you could have somebody at your job who, or maybe they're looking at you this way. Because this is your energy, the energy that's impulsive right now. And what's opposing, and it just could be your mind too. It could be like, one part of you is like, I should go over there and do it, where the other part of you is like, nah, be cool, be easy. You don't need the stress. It's gonna cause you aggravation. Don't do it. So I'm just getting that there's an adversarial energy here. One energy is like, let's get it. The other one is like, nah, let's be cool. All right. So I'm gonna put these to the side here, and we're gonna see what comes out here in reference to how this person truly feels about you, or how this idea may affect you, or changing your mind, or making a decision, how it's going to affect you depending on what decision you make. If you decide to take the calm route, or if you decide to, not be calm. Let me see. Let me get a couple cards out here, please. All right. Okay, the star showing up again. The King of Wands is in reverse this time. The Empress is in here. Okay, so again, energies of about being control, being the mature person, being the wiser person, not jumping to conclusions, not being aggressive. So here's the Queen of Pentacles. Again, somebody who's, the Sun energy came out in reverse, major arcana here, and then the Knight of Pentacles. So, Star, King of Wands reverse, Empress, Queen of Pentacles, Sun in reverse, and Knight of Pentacles. So, about in reference to how this person feels about you, or how this idea plays out for you. So, the last time you, were around this person, or the situation, when the situation occurred, or when it went down, or when the thought occurred and the thought went down, it was like, maybe somebody wants to make amends. Somebody may want to heal. Somebody may want to heal a situation. Or somebody could be telling you, yeah, maybe you shouldn't do that, or maybe you shouldn't accept an apology, perhaps, or some type of behavior. Okay. The way this person looks at you, or the way this situation could be going off, is you may be looking at it like, but I don't want to look like I'm a sucker, or I'm soft. Like the star energy is an energy of me looking at it like, okay, somebody saying you should take the high road, or maybe you're telling yourself, don't do that. You're mature, you're wise, you know how certain situations happen, and you're like, if I was in my old ways, I would have clearly, blacked out. Right? But I'm older, I'm wiser, I'm working on myself, I've healed, right? I've healed, or I'm trying to heal, right? And I don't want to go back to those old ways, with the King of Wands energy in reverse, right? The way, you see yourself, because of your healing and what you've been through, you see yourself as Empress energy. This is how you feel about yourself. It's like, I'm in control, I'm reserved, I'm calm, I'm cool. All right. And this is how this person sees you as well. They see you as somebody who is mature, because we got the Star and the Empress energy. This is mature energy. Okay. This is somebody who could be older, but they're very wise. Okay. They've learned from their mistakes. They've been through, the Empress embodies all of the queens. And when I'm talking feminine energy, I'm not talking about a woman in particular. I'm talking about your feelings and your emotions. So this could very well be a man, and somebody is seeing you who has you have your emotions intact. You're not, wilding out like the King of Wand energy in reverse, right? So this is how this person is hoping. They see you as somebody who is like this. So this could be somebody who is afraid to say something to you or to come towards you because they think that you're going to wild out on them, right? Um, they see you as somebody who maybe time has gone past. So somebody, I don't know, somebody could be wanting to tell you some shit that went on. Um, but you could be at a point where you've healed so much this person doesn't know how you're going to respond, right? It could be something like that, but we're going to pull more cards. But the mutual energy between you two is the Queen of Pentacle energy. So this is like an energy of you both wanting to be like, this person is like, oh, I'm hoping you're going to be practical about this. I'm hoping you'll be logical about this. And you're saying the same thing. Like, I want to be practical about it. I want to be logical about it. I want to be stable and cool and in control when I'm looking at the situation or assessing it. I want to look at it logically. I don't want to look at it with my emotions. What would keep that from happening is from somebody getting in their ego with the sun energy in reverse. So staying out of ego is what's going to keep things in perspective. Okay. So if this is the case, if somebody's trying to heal something with you or make amends with you, or if you're trying to heal, it's going to take some time. With the Knight of Pentacles energy, it's going to take time. It just is. Okay. So this could be an energy of you healing some traumas. You're more mature now. You understand that the ways that you were are not, the ways that you were participating in wasn't beneficial to you, because we got the King of Wands in reverse and the Sun energy in reverse. That's straight ego. That's straight aggression, somebody who don't have control over their emotions. And remember, in the previous spread, we pulled the Judgment energy here with the Nine of Swords, right? So that's just about somebody being afraid that somebody's going to lose control, right? Somebody's afraid that they're not going to be able to, handle what's going on. This also could be, somebody getting some downloads also. But let's see. Let's get some energy for this star. Do I want to use this deck? No, I do not. Let's get this one. How this energy feels about you. So the last time you visited this mindset or this mentality, or you thought about the situation here, you realize how far you've come. You've healed, you've matured, you've grown, or with this person, you've healed, you've matured, you've grown. So whatever antics they have don't work anymore. The old shit that they tried to pull, it don't work anymore. So that's what that Pluto in reverse energy and that Knight of Swords. No matter what they try to do, they can't get you worked up. Speaking of which, the King of Wand energy in reverse. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get you worked up, trying to get you amped up, but you're not. It's like, so for example, say this is like an example of this would be, this is something that's happened to me. Like I maybe split up with an ex. This was many moons ago. An ex and I split up. And so what he did was like about a week or two after we split up, he actually broke up with me. I was devastated. And he knew it. But it was on some bullshit. But it was like, it is what it is. So, I'm trying to move on. So he'll call me like, 2 weeks after that, like, yo, what you doing? What's going on with you? And I'm just like, I'm chilling. I'm trying to, just, do me. What's going on with you? And he would say some shit like, well, I'm chilling over here with my girl. And not you know what I'm saying? And just trying to be an asshole to get me riled up. And then, he said some shit to me, and he expected me, and he was like, yeah, well, she over here right now. So I got angry. Of course I did. And I went over there. But I thought about it on the way over there. I said, you know what? I'm not going to fight with this woman. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to have a conversation with her. And that's what I did. And he was so mad because he thought it was going to be a physical altercation, and it really wasn't. So it could be a situation like that where somebody's trying to get you riled up. They're doing shit intentionally to get you riled up. Like somebody might think that you a sucker, you soft, you ain't gonna do shit, something like that. But they're trying to, rile you up. Or this is somebody who thinks you're soft, you're a sucker, and they could bully you with the King of Wand energy in reverse. Yeah, see, with the Page of Wand, this is somebody who just starts shit. They just want to see if they can get you riled up. That's some bullshit. but they know that you somebody who's cool, you sophisticated, you calm. Like this could be somebody who is mad at you because of, maybe where you're from, or who, you could just be somebody who's very refined and you're very mature in your ways, and you're around people who are not. And so as a result, they think that because you're cool, like some people think, people who do this type of work, spiritual work, that we would just allow someone to bully us and beat us up and just take our shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you really don't even understand. That's just like far from the truth. But this is how some people may see you, right? Deep down, this person knows that you are a class act. They know that you're somebody who's cool, calm, collective. You keep your cool. You handle things logically. You're not an asshole. You're reasonable. People can sit down and talk to you and communicate with you. This person is also seeing that you're healing with the star energy, and then with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. No bullshit that they try to start with you is fucking working. It's not working. It's not going to work because you have changed. Now you could have been somebody who popped off back in the day. They would have caught you a couple years ago. This person would have pulled this same trick. You'd have popped off on their ass. But now you're older and wiser, and that's not the case. Now what could also be going on is somebody may be having a problem telling you about them getting someone pregnant. It could be that they On another note here, this person is afraid to tell you if you are the father of a child or you're not the father of a child. This child now could be Knight of Pentacle age now. So this could be anybody from 18 to 25, right? When somebody is finding out that they're not the father of a child, especially with the Page of Wands and the King of Wands, the King of Wands energy in reverse. We know the King of Wands is Leo energy. That rules Leo, the fifth house, which rules children. Okay, also rules the sun. So I'm thinking a son. So somebody might be finding out a son is not theirs. Okay, tell me about this Empress energy in reverse. This is how they look at you and how they feel about you. This is also how you feel about yourself. Okay, tell me about this Empress energy. Yeah, the Hangman energy in reverse. So somebody may see you as somebody who the Ten of Swords came out in reverse too, but I'm not going to take it. So it was the Ten of Swords that came out and the Ten of Wands. So this is, like I said, somebody's trying to push you to the limit, okay? Purposely trying to fuck with you, trying to do whatever they can to get your attention, to get you aroused, to get you to respond in some way, shape, or form, and you're not doing that. You're not paying them no fucking mind, all right? So here's the Queen of Pentacle energy. Yeah, this is another energy of someone being cool, calm, and collective. Yeah, somebody's mad about that with the Justice energy in reverse. Somebody's trying to fuck up your stability. That could be what this is. They're trying to, with the Justice energy in reverse and the Queen of Pentacle, it's like they're trying to mess up your stability, and they're trying to do it because this is mutual energy between you both. This is what you both know. So you know that this person is trying to do this. So the only way to keep them from succeeding is for you to get out of that Sun in reverse energy, to stay out of your ego. Like whatever they're saying or whatever they're trying to do to embarrass you or to, you know what I'm saying? You can't fall for it. Yeah, you got to look at your options before you take action towards it. Okay, so maybe you're trying to figure out what you want to do or how you want to handle the situation, right? But you're taking your time and you're being meticulous and you're being calculated so that, no matter what happens, you are steady and you're slow and you're, methodical in your approach. You know what I mean? This is not somebody who, see with here we go. Judgment in reverse. And with the other deck, Judgment in reverse. Okay? This person is trying to get you to lose your cool. They've done this to you before, right? So this could be a situation where somebody had control over you in some way, shape, or form. They were able to control your emotions or get you riled up. Okay? Now, for some of y'all, this is you. Okay? You're trying to do this to somebody. They can't get you riled up anymore. For others of you, this is just you maturing, realizing, I spazzed out. I was in my ego. I was very immature. I realized that was it wasn't beneficial to me. Yeah, see, Four of Swords energy in reverse. So somebody's trying to get you aggravated. Exactly. Yeah, Three of Swords energy with the Judgment in reverse. Yeah, this is somebody who's, like I said, they've done this to you on more than one occasion. See, because the Judgment, you see how they have the three coffins there? And then you got the Three of Swords here. So three could be prominent. This person could have done this three separate times, or it could have been um, three separate scenarios where they were able to get you to act out of character, and this is why they feel like they can continue to do it. But for some of you, you've healed. Like you're no longer susceptible to their bullshit. It could be because you cut them off, because there's no swords out here except for the swords that are in reverse. The three of swords and the four of swords. That's seven swords in reverse. So you already know what time it is with them. It's nothing new. It's nothing new under the sun. Okay? With the two of wands energy and the sun in reverse. It's nothing new under the sun, the shit that they do. They do the same shit. Tell me about this justice in reverse. They may want revenge, or they're trying to do something to throw you off balance. Yeah, with the moon, trying to fuck with your emotions. Exactly. Okay? This is exactly what I'm talking about. Or somebody's pissed because they can't. Yeah, with the page of swords energy in reverse. You won't say shit to them. That's what it is. See, you're not acknowledging them. So with the sword energy in reverse here, this could be somebody who's waiting on you to respond to them, but you're being the mature individual and you're not saying shit. You're not saying shit. Now, if this is about a child here, you know, this is somebody who, is looking at a situation here where it's like they're older now, and with the Eight of Pentacle energy in reverse here, I just feel like there's energy of, it's like, this is somebody who could be regretting what they did, okay? But they're afraid to tell you what they did because they're afraid that you're gonna spaz the fuck out, okay? Um, but this is somebody, this really bothers this person. They have nightmares with the Hangman energy in reverse and the Four of Swords reverse. They have nightmares, okay? Um, they may come off as if they're cool and confident, but this is somebody who has nightmares. This is also somebody who could be trying to invade your astral project, is what I'm trying to say. Somebody could be trying, that's what I'm getting with that judgment energy and that Nine of Swords, astral projecting. Somebody is mad because they can't astral project into your energy anymore. It's another thing I'm seeing too. Yeah, they were able to do it before, but now they're not able to, because you've healed that particular part of yourself that made you susceptible to them, or you have some type of spiritual protection. But with the Six of Wands energy in reverse, they're not able to do it anymore. They're not able to, to win anymore and do what they were used to be able to do. Um, so with the child situation here, this is an energy of somebody's afraid to, or you could be you could be wondering, yo, is this my kid? Maybe you're having thoughts about that and you're wondering. So maybe you could be trying to figure out when you slept with this person with the Hangman energy and the Four Swords and both in reverse. Maybe you're trying to figure out when you slept with this person, or trying to put the timeline together, okay, of when this person was pregnant with the Empress energy here. And maybe you weren't talking to this person during that time when they were pregnant. Like there's a weird time lapse is what I'm getting here. There's an energy of time lapse of when you were socializing with this person versus when you weren't, is what I'm getting here. Okay? But somebody is trying to figure out how to go about this because they don't want to be embarrassed. Like maybe this person wants to tell you, but they're afraid. Okay, so they're trying to figure out the right way to do it with the Knight of Pentacles, the Judgment, and the Three of Swords energy in reverse. Well, Judgment was in reverse. Um, so yeah, they're trying to figure out the right time to tell you. This could be somebody who had multiple abortions. So maybe you're with somebody who had abortions and didn't tell you, and they're trying to figure out to tell you now. So maybe you were with somebody. Some of y'all could have been in a relationship with someone, and maybe the woman, she got pregnant but didn't say anything. She decided that not to have the children. Or you could be meeting someone and maybe she's had, maybe she's afraid to tell you this. Maybe this is something she wants to share with you, that she's had a couple of abortions, and she may not want you to know. Hmm. But she's definitely not saying anything because she don't want to be judged. So maybe you this could be you. You just don't want to be judged, so you're not going to say anything about this. Another thing I'm getting is somebody's going through premenopause. That could be another thing. There's another situation going on here. Somebody's going through premenopause. Um, is what I'm getting here. They're not able to have children. So either somebody had their tubes tied or they're premenopausal, they're not able to have children. And so this is something that they're afraid to tell this person that they're dealing with because maybe this person may want to have children. Somebody may not be able to carry. Maybe they're having, they may have had some miscarriages, multiple miscarriages. Is also another thing I'm getting here too. Yeah, with the Two of Pentacles here, clarifying this Hangman energy reverse and the Four of Swords reverse. Yeah, this is somebody who's afraid to tell somebody, that they're maybe somebody's carrying twins. Somebody may want someone to have twins, or somebody could be pregnant with twins. Okay, different variations here of what's going on. But I'm getting somebody's hormones are off. Somebody's not able to sleep well. They don't sleep like they used to. It could be because they are pregnant. Okay, so somebody may just be feeling a certain way because they're pregnant. So you may not be intimate with your partner. Your partner may not want to be intimate with you, okay, because they're pregnant. Some people are comfortable having, having connection, intimate relations when they're pregnant, and some women are not. This could be somebody who is not. And somebody's trying to figure out how to tell their partner here. Okay. But yeah, this is some of the stuff that I'm getting. So let's get some other cards out here. A couple different storylines here. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. But this is how this person is looking at you. So for some of you, this person could be looking at you like you're getting older in age, and maybe they want to have children, and maybe they feel like they can't have children with you. So that's an unfortunate situation to have to deal with, but I do feel like somebody may be dealing with that. The other thing is like I said, this is somebody who could be trying to provoke you, and they're mad because they can't provoke you. You've matured, you've grown, you've healed, you've done some healing, right? And so the things that used to get you angry and upset don't get you angry and upset anymore like they used to, right? You're able to balance your emotions and your situation here. Also, there could be whatever somebody is doing is not working with the Star energy here, and the Eight of Pentacles reverse is not working. This is a spiritual bully with the Page of Wands and the King of Wands in reverse. A spiritual bully here. This is somebody who could be trying to tap into somebody's energy here for whatever reason. With the Four of Swords reverse, the Hangman reverse, and the Two of Pentacles, they're not able to. Maybe they used to be able to, and steal this person's energy. Okay. But with the Queen of Pentacles, Justice energy in reverse, the Moon, and the Page of Swords, it's like this person can no longer do it. They're not able to access you anymore. So with the Sun energy and the Two of Wands here, yeah, they can't get what they want. They can't get that sunshine anymore. It could very well because you're not sleeping with them anymore. So somebody could be pissed off because you're not sharing your energy anymore. So with the Knight of Pentacles, the Judgment energy in reverse, and the Three of Swords energy in reverse, this is an energy of somebody who may it's remorseful because this could have been to 3 other people, okay, and it's not working with you. Or they may have done this 3 other times to you and it's not working. So they're trying to figure out a different approach. This just could be something simple as them able to get you back whenever, y'all split up and it's not working now. They can't get you back anymore. Like they can't get you to come back anymore. So a couple different storylines here. So we have change. Yeah, shit has changed. It's not the way it used to be. You don't have the same mentality you used to have. You don't move the same way you move. You're not as accessible as you used to be. Okay, somebody is older now, wiser, more mature. Okay, they're not as frustrated and impulsive as they used to be. Somebody's not able to access energy like they used to. Okay. Uh, somebody has changed their mind about the way they see things in reference to a child or children. Okay. So yeah, maybe that's what it is. Somebody changed their mind. They don't want children anymore. So maybe they've already had some abortions and they didn't tell this person, and now they're trying to figure out, yo, how do I tell this person I don't want kids? Because that could be a deal breaker in a relationship. Yeah, so somebody's afraid that somebody's going to overreact. Yeah, so and somebody's afraid of being left out in the cold because of it. All right, or they may feel alone in their decision making process. They wish they could share this with somebody, or they wish they could share this with their partner. Somebody is getting older and more mature here. As another thing here, they don't have a partner. Okay, so somebody could be celibate, is what I'm getting here, and they're waiting to find somebody that they're evenly yoked with, is another thing I'm getting here. So it's like, yeah, for some of you, that's what's going on here with this Queen of Pentacle, Justice energy reverse, the Moon, and the Page of Swords. Just like you ain't gonna be just messing with anybody. You're not gonna just let anybody in your energy. You don't feel comfortable with just anybody. Like, you have to feel comfortable with this person. You have to be safe. You have to feel safe, secure with this person. This is somebody who, if you can't express yourself and be who you truly are, you don't want to be around this person, or you don't want to be with them. And maybe this is who this is. Maybe this is somebody before you was with, and now you're realizing, I'm not evenly aligned with this person. I'm not evenly yoked. I don't feel safe with this person, especially with that King of Wand energy in reverse and that Page of Wand. This person, they could be very aggressive in how they communicate with you, and it may be making you feel uncomfortable. Okay, so yeah, with the Knight of Pentacles here and the Judgment energy in reverse and the Three of Swords energy in reverse, it's like you don't feel like you're in control when you're around this person, and they've done this to you on more than one occasion. But you may have stayed with this person because you maybe felt uncomfortable leaving, or maybe you just didn't want to be alone, or this is why this person stays with you, because this is how they feel about you. Yeah, caregiver. See, they like the energy you give them. Exactly. Somebody don't like the fact that you decided to cut their asses off, or you don't feed them the energy you used to feed them. Yeah, with the clinger energy. So they hanging on for dear life, trying to get you to do, trying to figure out what they can do to get your attention. You've wised up. Yeah, Pisces energy here. So like I said, the dream state. So for some of y'all, because the Neptune energy came out in reverse as well with the Four of Swords reverse. So this is somebody who could be trying to access your dream state. Okay, is what I'm getting here. And the Two of Pentacles here, maybe they try, or they're having a difficult time doing it. You know what I mean? They can't get you anymore. They can't, access you anymore. Okay. Interesting. All right. What else we got? Yeah, and the Sun is here too with this deck. So we got the Sun here and the Sun here. We got Judgment here in reverse, Judgment here. Okay. So those are the two major players in both spreads. So Judgment is all about power, control, psychic abilities. Um, it could be death and rebirth, change, transformation. Okay. And with the Sun energy, it's, all about who you are, your creative energy. This person don't know how to get into it anymore. They can't get access to it no more. All right. So they having a problem trying to cling to you. Wait, the timing is not quite right. So yeah, this person could be trying to figure out when the time is right to come to approach you. Okay. Because whatever tactics that they had were not working. They're hoping that you forgive them. Okay. They're hoping that you forgive them and allow them back in. Right. And children. Okay, so for some of you, like I said, with the child situation here, this is somebody who's wanting forgiveness because maybe they don't want children, or they may have lied about, the number of abortions they may have had, or somebody is holding off on having children. So, they could be with someone and it's like, okay, yeah, we're going to have kids. But the woman may now be feeling like, yo, I don't want that. And she may have been pregnant 3 times already and had abortion because she don't want kids. She doesn't want children. It could be that she just doesn't want children with this person. The King of Wands energy in reverse with the Page of Wands. Maybe she don't want children with him. At first maybe she did, but now she doesn't. So it could be that too. All right, let's get one more deck and we're going to wrap this up. So a couple different storylines about how this person feels about you. All right. true intentions. Oh, love affair. So it says dirty little secret. Sex fix or down low. Now, maybe this woman found out that this man is down low. Maybe this is a situation where this man is afraid to tell his woman that he dates men. Okay, so maybe that could be the case. He may feel like he'll be judged with that judgment energy and that Knight of Swords energy, especially with this Aquarius energy in the sun. This definitely could be somebody who, uh, is experimenting sexually, or maybe they're comfortable now, they're older now, maybe their children are grown. So this could be a man who is now older and more mature. He's, his children are grown, he's taken care of them, provided for them, and so now maybe he wants to come out of the closet. Or you could have a child who is of a certain age and they are expressing their self as somebody who is part of the LGBT community. Yeah, established. So, like I said, for some of you, if this is a woman that a man is trying to approach, where he's trying to, this could be a situation also where there's a man who's trying to get a woman pregnant intentionally. She could be established, well off. She's the Queen of Pentacle energy here, and he could be trying to manipulate and control her by trying to get her pregnant. He may have done this to other women too, with the Judgment energy and the Three of Swords in reverse. Like, this is a type of, I just saw something about this today online. This dude was arguing with this chick, telling her, look, I don't want to be your man, I don't want to be with you, but you're gonna have my child, because she was pregnant. And she was like, no, I'm not having this child. If you're not gonna be with me, it's no, I'm not having it. He's like, no, you're gonna have my, and he like was physically threatening her, but telling her he didn't want to be with her. And I'm just like, yo, that shit is crazy. That's bananas, right? Telling a woman she gonna have your child, she better not abort it, but yet you telling her straight up you don't want to be with her. So this is like a man trying to trap a woman, trying to slow her down. You know what I mean? Trying to exert dominance over her. And this is what a lot of men do. Not all men are like that, but a lot of them are. When they can't control a woman who's well established, well off, they'll do things to try to sabotage her, like get her pregnant, or try to sabotage her financial stability in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, but this person is exhausted. They've tried every avenue that they can, and they're not able to do it anymore. Whatever it was that they were doing, that shit is not working. Or you got tired of this person and said, you know what, I'm done with this shit. So you could be at a crossroads, where you're like, yo, I don't want to be with this person anymore. I don't want to have kids by this person. This person is abusive, they're disrespectful, they're rude, right? Or it could be an energy, like I said, somebody having to tell someone, look, I've decided that I don't want to have children. I did, but I don't. Or this is somebody trying to tell someone that a child is not theirs. Uh, or this is just an energy of somebody trying to get in someone's energy that they can't get into anymore, trying to, hold someone back in some way, shape, or form, trying to do it with children. All right, but that's what I got for you as far as this person's true intention. So you just need to be careful. All right. If you're with a guy and he may not be wanting to settle down with you, but he once he gets you pregnant, he's going to beg and plead for you to have that kid, and then he's going to dip off. He's done it to three other people, is what I'm getting here. So for some of you, maybe this is something you've already dealt with and you have to come to terms with it, and you're just accepting it for what it is. With the star energy here and the Queen of Pentacles, you're just like, okay, it's like, it is what it is. Exercising forgiveness, forgiving yourself, not this person, but forgiving yourself so that you can heal and move forward and do what you need to do. Some of you are clinging on to that energy, that frustration of what happened, or this person could be trying to cling on to you because you've outgrown them. With the star energy and the Empress energy, you've outgrown this person. You could outproduce this person. So you really don't need them anymore. They were just for fun. And now you're trying to move on, and this man is trying to cling on to you, or this woman is trying to cling on to you. She don't want to let you go. Okay. This is like, for some of y'all, this is just a love affair. It's like, it's like a one night stand that lasted too long. Like, this is as far as it goes. Like, it wasn't even supposed to go this far. And for some people, they've been in a relationship with this person for a period of time. Okay. And there's really nothing to it. Okay. All right. But that's what I got for some of y'all. Maybe some of y'all are also feeling like you can't build with this person. You're like, y'all got together, it was fun and everything like that, but now you're maturing, you're deciding what it is that you want in life. You're trying to put things together, and this person is a hindrance because they're not on the same frequency as you. All right. So this could be how they feel about you, or how you feel about them. Take it how it resonates, y'all. All right. But that's what I got for you. I wish you the best. Happy New Year to you. Happy birthday, Cap City, Capricorn. All right. And I'll see y'all in the next reading. Deuces.